Are you tired of working for someone else? Do you feel like nothing is changing in your financial life? Are you wondering that you feel like growing, but nothing is actually happening? Just listen to me very closely because you have two choices when it comes to money. Either you work for someone or make money work for you. The rich don't tell people what they know. Robert Kiyosaki once said, "The poor and middle class work for money. The rich have money work for them. How to make money work for you. You can make money work for you by following these 5 money rules." Fifth rule is the very important rule that the rich never reveal to anyone. I'm damn sure these 5 rules will definitely change your mindset about money. Before we begin, my friends, subscribe to my channel so that you will never miss my rich mindset videos. Rule number 1, it's not how much money you make, but how much money you keep, how hard it works for you, and how many generations you keep it for. Spending money to show people how much money you have is the fastest way to have less money. We tend to judge wealth by what we see, because that's the information we have in front of us. We can't see people's bank accounts or brokerage statements, so we rely on outward appearances to gauge financial success. Cars, homes, Instagram photos. Modern capitalism makes helping people fake it until they make it a cherished industry. The truth is that wealth is what you don't see. Wealth is the nice cars not purchased, the diamonds not bought, the watches not worn, the clothes forgone, and the first-class upgrade declined. Wealth is financial assets that haven't yet been converted into the stuff you see. That's not how we think about wealth because you can't contextualize what you can't see. The only way to be wealthy is to not spend the money that you do have. It's not just the only way to accumulate wealth, it's the very definition of wealth. We should be careful to define the difference between wealthy and rich. 2. Getting wealthy versus staying wealthy. There are a million ways to get wealthy, but there's only one way to stay wealthy. Getting money requires taking risks, being optimistic, and putting yourself out there. But keeping money requires the opposite of taking risk. It requires humility and fear that what you've made can be taken away from you just as fast. Planning is important, but the most important part of every plan is to plan on the plan not going according to plan. Many bets fail, not because they were wrong, but because they were mostly right in a situation that required things to be exactly right. Room for error, often called margin of safety, is one of the most underappreciated forces in finance. It comes in many forms: a frugal budget, flexible thinking, and a loose timeline. Anything that lets you live happily with a range of outcomes. 3. Time is the most valuable resource. One thing I realized reading The Psychology of Money is the value of time and how it's more authentic currency than the paper money. All of us have 24 hours a day and 7 days a week. This is same no matter whether you're Elon Musk or a beggar. However, not all people make same money. It is determined by an hourly rate which is being fixed by the market. It's the market value of your time. You can increase it by making yourself more valuable, solving problems, and being in a place where you are appreciated. You can also increase it by doing things early due to compounding effect, like Warren Buffett did it by stock investing since 10. These people can control their time. They can also afford not to work like poor people. So if you need a tree, the best time for planting one was 20 years ago, and the second best time is now. In the end, having control over your own time is the freedom, which is one of the main sources of happiness. No one is 100% perfect in investing, and you also don't try becoming one. Past data or projections don't capture 100% of future. If you are in investing for long term, keeping room for error helps you set your financial and emotional tolerance level. It's what we call a margin of safety. The best financial plan is about how to win more when winning and lose less when losing. You can do things just right and still end up losing money and vice versa. Warren Buffett owned 500 plus stocks his entire life, but only 10 of them gave him this wealth. 4. Know what game you're playing. When someone recommends an investment, make sure to know what is the motive. You might be foolishly taken for a ride. Just because your friend Wang Mo made money in Bitcoin doesn't mean you must invest in it without knowing anything. Your investing strategies and principles might be different from that of Wang Mo. When Warren Buffett says people to invest in Coca-Cola holding a bottle of Coke, know that he's one of the majority shareholders of Coca-Cola. Don't invest based on other people's opinions and explanations. Keep your lane and values, and very importantly, we shouldn't depend too much on the stories of past events and lessons we draw. History is the study of sudden change of something, from causes to impacts. They must have occurred out of random, and there is no possibility they will occur again. It can never be used as a map for future. However, we tend to depend too much on this while investing, and often treat historians like prophets. The psychology of money reminds us that our history never had a guide for the most important economic events. The fact is, anything to do with money and wealth is driven by stories we tell about our preferences of goods and services, but they don't remain same. Therefore, you can control things is just an illusion. Fifth rule, very important rule. So listen carefully. Know the power of compounding interest. In investing and growing your wealth, one of the best things you must do is do nothing. Once your money is invested, if you do nothing, basically you're not getting on the way of compound interest. It's how Warren Buffett grew his wealth. Do nothing with his invested money. Currently, his net worth is $97 billion. Out of his total net worth, more than $80 billion was gained after his 65th birthday. He started investing since 10 and did little to nothing with his investment. He is 92. This means he allowed his money compound for 82 plus years. Compound interest is deceptively very powerful. It can either enslave you or serve you. Freedom. The ability to do what you want, when you want, with who you want, for as long as you want, is priceless. It is the highest dividend money pays. The highest form of wealth is the ability to wake up every morning and say, I can do whatever I want today. People want to become wealthier to make them happier. Happiness is a complicated subject because everyone's different. But if there's a common denominator in happiness, a universal fuel of joy, it's that people want to control their lives. More than your salary, more than the size of your house, more than the prestige of your job. Control over doing what you want, when you want to, with the people you want to, is the broadest lifestyle variable that makes people happy. Money's greatest intrinsic value, and this can't be overstated, is its ability to give you control over your time. Using your money to buy time and options has a lifestyle benefit few luxury goods can compete with. Aligning money towards a life that lets you do what you want, when you want, with who you want, where you want, for as long as you want, has incredible return. Being able to wake up one morning and change what you're doing on your own terms whenever you're ready seems like the grandmother of all financial goals. Independence to me doesn't mean you'll stop working. It means you only do the work you like with people you like at the times you want for as long as you want. I hope you love this video. Hit the like button and comment which rule made you most wonder, and don't forget to subscribe. Psychology of Money is an ultimate book that I've never read a book like this in my entire life. I'm damn sure this will change your mindset about money. This book changed my entire way of thinking about money, and in this book, they have also shared about the secrets about how to become rich. The book link is given in the description and also pinned in first comment. The best book for anyone who is looking to succeed in their life and wishing to go the next level of their life. This is the right time to buy this. After reading this, you feel another version of yourself. Desire is the starting point of all achievement. Not a hope, not a wish, but a keen, pulsating desire which transcends everything.